Hey level 1, what I'm going to show you guys today is how you would actually take your rounded curved value and make it go from dark to dark medium to light, and then eventually right in that central line right there it will appear white. We're going to be doing hatching directional lines in this way, as well as we'll be making some scumbling too. So we're going to get started with, first of all, your guidelines that you guys made. I want you to fade those to the point to where they look like little ghost lines, and you can see them barely, but they won't show under your actual color. That's the main thing for you to know. So don't erase them completely, but just make sure that they're there enough for you to just get a gauge as to where they are. I'm using my black eraser right here that you should have at your places. So what we'll do is on the complementary section, that's where you guys are going to help me as we're practicing together. So you can choose on your complement section whatever color you want to that is a complement here. I would recommend, I'm going to actually do this with red, so it would be very helpful for you to actually match what I'm doing. If you have difficulty matching colors, just use the same color that I have. So after you erase this, the first thing you're going to do is you're just going to super lightly outline this whole area right here. And this area, it caves in. If you look, this is it's kind of like a little smirk right here. It's just a little bitty smiley face. And we are going to end up taking our lines going in that direction. Now you've got opposite of that, you've got other sections where you're going to take it more like in a rainbow kind of pattern right there. So two different things to look out for as you're working. So where your lines actually were, where your guidelines were, super duper lightly, I mean light ghost lines, barely touch it. I would say the scale would be a 1 on the value chart that you guys did the other day with the lightness of your lines right there. After you do the guidelines, inside of your first guideline that you have, you could go ahead and, even though this is going to be the darkest area right here, you're going to take it and you're just going to add a very, very light ground of tone right there. And you're going to, I'm just making this go in the direction of this line as well as the edge of this. And I'm going to take it just a little bit here. I'm not really hitting this little line here. It's going to be relatively light right there. I'm going to do inside of this little line right here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to start with that line. I'm just going to curve in the direction of that line right there. And then I'm going to add that little ground, very, very light ground. I would say this is on a scale of a 1 on your value chart. Very, very light. And then go inside of this. You're doing the same thing on either side because your light source is actually in the middle. So it is definitely symmetrical the way that your light is hitting on this object. So you're just adding that little ground, and you are taking it and just making it hardly anything right here. You're going to leave quite a lot of white space right there as you go. So I'll let y'all do that little part right there, and I will stop my video.